Oh, I'm sorry. I was just reading a little information about this show Girls, Not Your Average Girls here. Very interesting though, but it is a sexy modern day comedy production from Fragile Wildflower Productions where it focuses on 4 creative best friends and their many misadventures with finding themselves dealing with relationships and navigating through friendships, all while living in the big city. I think we all know what the big city is. So this show is somewhat similar to the popular show Girlfriends, in my opinion here, if many of you are familiar with it. So please welcome the cast of Girls, Not Your Average Girls, Lance Liverpool, Tiana Mendez, Patrick Brancato, Stephen St. Pierre, the executive producer, Courtney Saison, and did I miss anyone here?
Nedge.
Nedge Victor.
Nedge Victor!
And Victoria Wallace. One more name.
Ooh.
Victoria Wallace.
And Victoria Wallace.
Pat's over there.
You all have got to help me out here, okay?
We got you.
So this show has not been seen on the area, but it's in the process. I'm going to go to Courtney on this one because
Yes.
you're the creator
Yes, sir.
and the executive producer of this. Tell us how that all came about and how did the name Gurlz, spell Gurlz, come about?
Okay, well, hi everyone out there in TV land. I'm Courtney Saison, so I wrote it, and I'm also directing it and producing it, and I got to cast these lovelies beside me. Basically, I'm always writing, so I had 2 other projects that I wrote, and then this came to me. It is a spin on, it could be kind of like Girlfriends, like you said, because we've seen this trope before with women in a big city, but I think what makes this different is all 4 women are creative entrepreneurs, because that's what we really want to stress, that you can have a job that is creative and still be successful. And it's also about friendship, and multiculturalism was important. Hence, Girls, Gurlz, not your average girls, Girls.
Yes.
There was a show called Girls a couple of years ago that Lena Dunham did, and it had all white females. So I wanted to do something different, not your average white girls. No offense to Caucasian or European Americans. And I wanted to cast it with African American women. We have one who's not here, one of the 4 girls. She's also African American, and it's just, I think it's beautiful, and it's a different sentiment, and the way it's written, you'll see it's different from your Sex and the City. You'll see it's different from your Girlfriends and the other shows like it.
Wow. Now, that's something I definitely have to agree and check out.
Yeah,
I'd like
please.
to be a part of this cast, you know?
You want to be a part?
Yes!
I might have to write a role especially for you.
Let me on it. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
So now I have to go to Nedge on this one because apparently I remember because you do a show, the Indie NYC show, in addition to Girls. So I need to ask you, like, how easy is it for you to do the show Girls as well as the Indie NYC show, and what got you a part of it?
We actually have another young lady who's a part of one of her other shows who's a part of that show.
The Indie NYC,
Latrice
Latrice,
Baker.
yeah.
Shout outs to you, Latrice. We love you, girl.
So Nedge is an actress, and she's a part of a web series called Juju, and she's also in my series.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's hear from yeah.
How is it working on both series?
Yes, or like doing all the television, working with, like, let's just say 250,000 shows, okay? It's a lot of shows, but it's worth the money, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I would say that, I mean, the great thing about working with the web series that I worked at just recently, I got to learn a lot of things behind the scenes, and as well as on camera, because I was an actress and I also did a lot of things behind the scenes. And now, you know, coming on to this project, it's just great to learn. Well, it's great to learn, you know, like new people and a new story, just creating a whole brand new character. So that's fun, and I'm just excited to just work with the castmates.
Yes, and you played the role of Simone in the
Yes.
cast of Girls here. where you're a super ambitious actress determined to make it, but because of your beauty, you're being taken seriously much of you're dismayed. I mean, is there something missing here from this character that we should know about here, that the character you play?
Yeah, well, I think to me, any ambitious individual, I'm always interested to know what's their drive, what motivates them. So I am definitely interested to be able to share that, their why and why they go so hard in the things that they pursue.
All right. Now, I have to go to the other cast members. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm doing ladies first, but don't worry. This is an hour show, okay? So we're good here. So,
Tiana.
let's go to you here, because you, in the role of Gurlz, you play Regina, which is a very similar name, because I remember the name from Steve Harvey, on the Steve Harvey show, and boy, she
Boss
crazy.
lady.
But your character, Regina, is more different, because you're more of you play a character who is a very type A speechwriter who adores her TED-talking boyfriend and ghost writes his speeches for films. So, like, where does this piece of the ghost boyfriend come in to play? And it's like, when you play this character, what goes through your mind here?
What goes through my mind is grounding Regina. I think that she has qualities that a lot of people have when it comes to being invested in relationships that you have, but also learning boundaries about how much you are sacrificing, because there's a difference between sacrifice and compromise, and learning how much you're giving away versus how much you are allowing yourself to grow. So in regards to that, I feel like a lot of people who are in relationships of various kinds of romantic or just friend relationships, platonic, deal with that. So that's what I find interesting about her, because she is type A in a way where she has certain ideals that she tries to live her life by, but then also recognizing that those ideals don't fully live up to modern day life.
Now, what ideals are we discussing about here?
And the idea of having a partnership, but sometimes that partnership, it doesn't require you to stand behind somebody. You can stand beside somebody and take ownership for yourself while not dimming light from them as well. So learning that is something that she's going through.
All right, now you're Tiana.
I'm Victoria. That's Tiana.
Audience, help me out here. Don't just sit there being quiet here. Victoria.
Yeah.
So, there you are. So, you are one of the producers, and you play the role of a sexy, feisty, bad girl who is really about to scare me at any moment now with those claws. But you're always like in the face girl named Quinn, and you're like more of a social media influencer and magnet. But in real life, are you really considered more of someone who is more into social media, and how can you relate to this character that you played?
Well, I wish I was better at social media. You know, it really is a job in itself. That I've learned. I think I have a lot of similarities with Quinn. You know, I like to have fun. I'm pretty spontaneous. I like to live in the moment.
You're sexy.
Oh, thank you. Don't harass me.
I hate to say this, but you do look good, you know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Keep your eyes
you
on
all
the
look good, as well as the audience here. Y'all giving me some wildflowers after this. I know that. I feel. Never mind.
Yeah, you're such a wordsmith. You're great. But yeah, I mean, other than
That's
that.
how they call me Whoopi, you know. That's
I see.
Let's keep it between us. Anyway.
Got you. But other than those qualities, I mean, I definitely have a deep interest for entrepreneurship. I feel like it's so freeing, and that's the best way to live, really. So that's something that I strive to be like.
What type of entrepreneurship is more of like your interests here?
Quinn or Victoria?
Both.
Creatively. I mean, I love, entertainment, performing, producing. Yeah.
All right. And now, the moment we've been waiting for, we get to hear from the gentleman.
Woohoo!
Stephen St. Pierre, raise your hand. There you go.
Hey.
You are playing the role of a ladies' man, Mitch, who is a production coordinator it's almost like how Barbara Walters used to do it on The View, where she did everything on set, and this is how I do it as well. But mainly you play a production coordinator on set with Nedge's character Simone, and he and Simone has a trust that he can't seem to get over. What is this tryst?
Yeah.
It's spelled T-R-Y-S-T,
Tryst, yeah.
tryst. Like, can you explain more about the tryst that your character can't seem to get over, and like what is like the main goal that you're trying to get to?
I mean, well, look at Simone. Who's played by Nedge. That's
Thank
just
you,
some,
Steven. Right back at
This is the Fragile Wildflowers Hollywood Squares hour right here.
So just, I mean, that in itself, you know, beauty isn't everything, but obviously that's what captures the eye. But just the person that she is, being so strong and a go-getter and so focused on her career, those qualities are very endearing to the character that I play, Mitch, or myself. And because of their strong bond of working together, he's the behind-the-scenes guy, the guy who's making sure that the production is going smoothly. Is something that Nedge kind of like leans on with him when she's going through it on set with the other actors or the director or what have you. So they've kind of formed a big bond where now he's just kind of like just in this deep.
One drunken night.
Yeah. After that, I mean,
Yes.
that's all it takes, right?
Yeah,
You know,
well,
you get those one night stand babies
Does
too.
it?
So
Okay.
that's all it is. So that they have that one drunken night, and
Now
kinda,
don't get me drunk over here, okay?
She's coming for you.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, you.
Steven, do me a favor and protect me from her, all right?
I
She's
got you,
getting
babe. Don't worry
dangerous.
about it. I got you.
All right, she could get her claws out any moment here.
So that's where it stems from, you know. And then that one night kind of like just validates and seals that deal that kind of just he can't escape it now.
What is it?
Now, as playing the character of Mitch, as a production coordinator, what specifically does your character do in the production coordinator? Like, what specific things, basically?
Just make sure.
Yeah, I
runs
mean, as a
smoothly
coordinator
set.
on a production, you know, me myself, like Steven, I'm an actor and filmmaker, so I've created short films and other projects, and when I have the coordinators, they're pretty much doing everything. They're making sure food is good. They're making sure that, you know, all the above the line crew are on point with their staff and their crew or what have you. If anything needs to be set up for the next shot or, you know, the next days, to make sure the AD's on point with their cast list for the next, next day. So it's pretty much coordinators like the word itself, coordinating everything.
Do you find it easy or difficult to do all this type of production in like a certain amount of time here, or to get it done?
You have no choice. I mean, whether it's easy or not, that's not something you can really like harp on, you know. And I just, even before we started filming here, it's just, you know, what you've been doing, right? It's like
Yeah.
you can't really think about if it's easy or hard. You just got to get it done. It needs to get done.
Well, I'll take that advice from you, and I thank you for that.
We're trying to be like you.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone give me an Emmy, please, here. An egg god, actually. So now that leaves one more person, Patrick.
No,
Lance.
that's
I mean, Lance. Look, I'm going by what I have on this card.
Okay,
here,
it's okay.
No problems. We don't know.
Lance.
Sorry.
Now, you play a sexy, health conscious personal trainer, and I gotta tell you, you are looking sexy right now. I mean, the way you're dressed, I mean, you got it.
Rico Suave.
You look good right there. And you play a personal trainer who ends up having a tryst with Quinn as well here. So,
Quinn?
well, we got two of them. So
We got 'em all.
Now, what's up with this tryst here? Could someone explain this and explain your tryst with Quinn and the goal to get to it, and like what's the obstacle that you have
Just
to
a
go
lot
through?
of trysts. A lot of trysts.
Yeah. Well, with Quinn, things start off very casual, and that's what it's supposed to be. You know, and because she's not ready for something serious at the moment, but my goal is to change all of that. So, yeah. So I have some hurdles that I have to jump over and get through, but I'm very confident achieving my goal.
Really? Are you also, how confident are you in giving Victoria Wallace, who plays Quinn, the itsy bitsy spider? Because I just saw she just go like this.
She's harassing me. I told you. I knew it was coming.
He's saying I'm trying to take your woman.
Nah, no one's gonna take my woman from me.
Okay. You got a card for that, did you?
Sits on his.
I don't know what kind of card I got, but I feel like I just want to. Never mind. I'm not even going to break any windows here, okay? Because David Letterman could kill me on this. But anyway, but you know, there's so much going on where we got to know the cast, but it's like, just tell us if you could give us like a preview of like what is to come for this show to come up here, and like when can we expect to have an air date for this show here?
So
Very soon. I mean, you can expect sexiness, you can expect laughter, fun. I think we're all good role models. You know, we all have different,
I agree.
career paths, and we have different, ways of living. But we're all earnest characters. You know what I mean? We're not murdering people. So yeah. Anything? Are we missing anything? What else can we expect?
So it's getting hot over here.
basically, we're gonna shoot in the next coming months. I have a producing partner, Brittany Hayward, of Seriously Podcast, and she
Brittany.
does couples and karaoke. She's gonna help me plan, and we pretty much are gonna shoot the pilot in the next, I want to say, 3-4 months. And what we're doing is we're pitching it to networks, because I hope to get all the shows, especially Girls, picked up and on TV. Yeah, so that's
what
the
main
goal.
networks are you talking about here that you're specifically?
I can't really.
Like TBS or TNT?
I mean, we want networks like that you see all the time. We want HBO, we want BET, we want
Showtime or the movie channel?
Yeah, we want all of those. They have the pluses now. They have the digital side. We want Hulu. We want Netflix. So anybody who wants to listen, my lawyer and agent are helping me. I'm basically having conversations with people. Really seem to be open to the ideas and what they've seen. And it's just fingers crossed. It mostly has to do with budgets, if they have shows that are similar. But the thing is, even when I have like your stereotypical trope, so to speak, of like a cast of 4 women, the way I write it is different. So you're getting something different that's not like your average.
Girl.
Oh, wow.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
This was quick.
You should be a writer.
GURLZEIEIO. So, really quick, we got to wrap this up here, but I want to go down really quick and just find out what other things you're also doing besides Girls, not your average girls, like any upcoming projects that you're working on here, and any advice you want to give to our audience, basically.
Yeah.
So, we'll start with Nesh.
Start from the top. I got it.
All right,
Please start with the
listen, I
boys.
started with the ladies. Let's start with the gentlemen
Yes.
first here.
You want to take it first?
All right.
Anyone can take it.
Let's see. I'll start with I have a few projects in the works right now. One is a short film that I'm starring in called The Fix. It's a drama, and that should be dropping later on this year. No release date for that yet. I have a web series on YouTube called Terms and Conditions May Apply. Have a series called Working Out the Kinks that I'm producing and also acting in. And I have a series called Foster Sin, which is about the mistreatment of kids in the foster care system. And that's also on YouTube as well.
Amazing, Lance.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a short film that I wrote, directed, produced, and starred in. We just went through the 2019 festival circuit, so now we're looking for distribution. So you should look out for that soon. I'm on
its name?
HBO. What?
What's the name of your show?
Corey? The
Okay,
short film?
Corey.
Corey? Yeah. My short film is called Corey. Thank you.
Corey's in the house.
Yeah. I'll be on season 4, episode 5 of HBO's High Maintenance. Thank you. Yeah, right. And
show.
a couple projects coming out later this year. Feature film Serial Killer in Harlem, which I play a supporting role. I'm not the serial killer. It's not a spoiler. I'm the best friend to the serial
Don't
killer.
spoil it for us.
not
I
a
don't
spoiler,
want to know
yeah.
who
It's
the
not a
serial
spoiler.
killer is. Okay?
No, it's not.
Because that could be creepy any moment
Yeah.
here. Okay.
And in another feature film I star in called The Pill. And yeah, just still writing, creating, and if I were to give any advice to any other creatives out there, is just there's no limitations. no one really knows what they're doing. So just go out there, create, make your own things, and just kind of put it out there. And there's always an audience for something that you do. Yeah, so that's my way.
So what I'll be working on, so the web series that I just wrapped up, we're crowdfunding currently, but we're also going to be streaming on the Fantasy Network and going to be on Amazon Prime, so that's going to be cool. I'm also, yes, thank you. And, and I'm also going to keep putting myself out there. And as far as advice for any
Now,
creatives,
what about the Indie NYC show that you're
That's
doing?
not-
Latrice.
Oh, Lat-
yeah,
That's not her.
I'm sorry.
Someone
I
else.
get mixed up with something.
I get
it's
it.
fine.
We're
I get
manifesting
it,
it.
yeah.
She'll be on it soon.
Yes.
Call me girl. And advice, for other creatives out there is just to, it's gonna be scary, but do it anyway. Honestly, do it anyway. Like, what's the worst that can happen? And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you're writing, right? That's living proof.
Oh, yes, and I'm writing too.
What are you writing?
Writing some scripts for myself to
star in.
to star in and to put my work out there.
Good.
So
That's
thank you.
that's
I
just
forget.
That's
I'm
just the
very,
same thing
like,
I'm doing, but I already have my
very
title
low-key.
ready here, you know?
So what I am working on right now, aside from Gurlz, is Besties, the Ultra miniseries. It's an IG program. It was completely designed for IGTV.
Christina.
Yeah.
Oh, dope, yeah.
And it's a really fun series. It's an ensemble piece. And then aside from that, personally, I have studied with improv and sketch, and since my studying is done, it's time to explore it.
Yes.
So working on getting part of a sketch team to write some things, as well as using my improv for my betterment. And then I've been working the commercial world circuit, so find me on
Tell
your
them the
local
commercial you were
television.
just in. You were just in a commercial.
I was in a few commercials.
Oh, please.
I've done 3 commercials have aired. It's been NutriBullet, RX Bar, and a Maven Clinic, which is a really cool organization for women's health. But yeah, so those have been out. You can see my face around. That's
Wonderful,
it. Yeah.
wonderful.
Victoria?
Hey.
We gotta make it quick here.
Yes, let me make it quick. So honestly, most of my time is going to be raising funds for this project so we can make it the best, and you guys can love it and see it very soon. The only advice I would give to people is just, someone told me you're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
eventually.
So you need to do whatever it is that you want to do, because that's the only thing we know for sure is that we're gonna die. So, that's what I'm trying to live by.
Just a moment here. Where is the fun? Where is? Just a moment. Where did I
I
have
can't protect you no more, David. Sorry.
You got to do it before me.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have it. But anyway, well, and Courtney, well, you're here for the whole show because you'll be back with the other cast, because
Yes,
you
sir.
brought 2 other casts, so we'll get your input later on. But
Yes.
in the meantime, our special thanks to the cast of Gurlz, Not Your Average Girl. You will keep it up.